10.2 T-shirts for sale. Some t-shirts cost $8. We're given an X and Y table here. It says use the table to answer these questions. What does X represent and what does Y represent? And is there a proportional relationship between X and Y? So remember, it's t-shirts that cost $8. Well, we have 1 for X and 8 for Y. 2 and 16, 3 and 24. So X must represent the number of t-shirts. So I'm going to put the number of t-shirts for X, the number of t-shirts, and Y is if each t-shirt cost $8, 2 of them would cost 16, 3 would be 24. Those are all multiples of 8. You're simply multiplying the X value by 8 to get the value of Y. So I can see that Y is the cost, or the total cost, given the number of t-shirts. And is there a proportional relationship between X and Y? Yes, there certainly is, because every t-shirt costs the exact same price of $8. So I say yes, and we'll put K equals Y over X. Just to remind ourselves that Y divided by X always gives us our proportionality, and that's going to be $8 per shirt. So we're given this table, 1, 8, 2, 16. We can see that X is the number of t-shirts, Y is the total cost, and the constant of proportionality in this case is 8, or $8 per t-shirt. Next, we're going to plot the pairs in the table on the coordinate plane. So it's 1, 8, 2, 16, and so on, all in multiples of 8. So 1, 8. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. We can see we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Each line represents 2, so 1, 8 would be right here. 2, 16, 12, 14, 16. 2, 16 would be right here. Now it's 3, 24, 22, 24. So that would be right here. And then 4 times 8 is 32, so 1 up here. That would be 432. 5 would be right on 40, so at 5 it's 540. So as we can see, we've made another discrete graph here. We have a series of points going upward. It says, what do you notice about the graph? Well, we can see it's increasing, and for every 1 unit to the right on the x-axis, so I'm going to say, put a little arrow, 1 on the x equals 8 up on the y-axis. That indicates each t-shirt is $8. And one thing I do notice, even though we have a discrete graph of just each t-shirt being a $8 increase, if I were to dash in this line really lightly, I can see that the line would go right through my origin point. And that's an important thing to notice. Whenever we have a proportional relationship, our line will always go, or even if it's not connected, the imaginary line will go right through our origin. If it doesn't go through the origin, it doesn't indicate a proportional relationship. So that's one important thing to notice. It goes through the origin. Remember, the origin is always the point 0, 0. So again, here in this activity, we took a table that represented the cost of $8 per t-shirt. We analyzed the table. What does the X value mean? What does the Y value mean? We got our constant of proportionality, and then we go ahead and we graphed it, and we noticed it was a line that was increasing from left to right, and if we drew a line through it, that line would go through the origin. That's a very important thing. A straight line through the origin for this proportional relationship.